It was the night that shattered 5 centuries of royal tradition, a secret wedding, inside the most powerful palace in the world. When a sultan broke the laws of his ancestors for a slave woman, the empire itself trembled. This is the story of the night Hurrem Sultan changed the fate of the Ottoman Empire forever. For centuries, Ottoman sultans ruled with divine distance. Their hearts belonged only to the empire, never to one woman. The harem wasn't a place of love, it was a system, a machine that produced heirs, not emotions. But when Suleiman the Magnificent met Hurrem, the red-haired slave from Ruthenia, something inside him broke. She challenged his mind, not just his desire. In a world of power and politics, love was a dangerous weakness. Yet Suleiman could not resist it. As Hurrem's influence grew, so did the whispers. Noble women despised her. Ministers called her a distraction. Even the Grand Vizier dared to warn the Sultan that he was forgetting his place in history. But Hurrem was no ordinary concubine. She studied politics, diplomacy, and religion. She sent letters to foreign rulers disguised as gifts of silk and poetry. Every word, every gesture was a calculated step toward one goal: legitimacy. She didn't want to be remembered as a slave. She wanted to be remembered as a sultan's wife. Then, one spring night in 1534, the palace was silent. But its walls held a secret. Inside the Topkapi Palace, under the golden lights of the harem courtyard, Suleiman and Hurrem were married in defiance of 5 centuries of Ottoman law. The empire had never witnessed such a thing. A slave girl, once brought in chains, now stood beside the ruler of the world, not as his concubine, but as his queen. The imam blessed their union. The air was heavy with perfume, fear, and disbelief. Outside, the city slept, unaware that history itself was being rewritten. By morning, the empire erupted in shock. The viziers were outraged. The harem was in chaos. Never, they whispered, has a sultan married a slave. It was a violation of imperial custom, a threat to the very structure of Ottoman power. But Suleiman silenced them all. He declared Hurrem Sultan the favorite, the chosen one. Her name now carried weight equal to his. The royal seal, the right to issue orders, the power to influence laws, all of it began to flow through Hurrem's hands. And with that, she became not only the Sultan's wife, but the first woman in Ottoman history to rule from within the palace. Hurrem's victory was not without blood. Her marriage sparked a political war that would last for decades. Hurrem Sultan, mother of the firstborn Prince Mustafa, was humiliated. Her son was the rightful heir, but Hurrem's influence now threatened his future. The rivalry between their sons would become one of the bloodiest succession struggles in Ottoman history. Even outside the palace, the people gossiped. She has bewitched the Sultan, they said. They called her a witch, a foreign spy, a serpent wrapped in silk. But Hurrem didn't care, because she had achieved what no woman before her or after her had ever done. Historians still debate, did Hurrem truly love Suleiman, or did she use love as her greatest weapon? The truth may be both. She bore him 6 children and wrote him passionate letters that survive to this day, filled with devotion and poetry. But every move she made strengthened her position. She transformed the role of women in the empire, turning the harem from a prison into a throne room. That single night, their wedding night, broke more than tradition. It changed the balance of power between men and women, between love and law, between empire and emotion. From that night on, no sultan would ever rule without the shadow of a woman beside him. It began the Sultanate of Women century, where queens and mothers would shape the empire's destiny. Hurrem's courage, ambition, and intelligence left a mark that time could not erase. She was a lover, a strategist, and a survivor of a world built to silence her. She began her life in chains and ended it crowned in gold. Hurrem Sultan didn't just capture the heart of a manche, conquered an empire built to destroy her. This was dark history. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the shadows of the past, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story. We'll see you next time.